Welcome to another interactive session with 10 counts. Today we have got Chandni Mehra, a professional Indian boxer who is going to fight Suman Kumari for the WBC India Championship exclusively with us. First of all, thank you so much, Chandni, for joining with us. And like it has
You're
been a
most welcome.
like it has been a
Thank you for having me.
thank you so much for joining. So like first of all, it has been a really tough time for the entire nation. Like you already had a big fight on board. You already had the WBC India Championship
Yeah,
lined up. And in that
yes.
scenario, like the entire country was going through lockdown, partial lockdowns, there were some
Right.
changes in the regulation. So how difficult was it for you? Like how intense it has been for you to like maintain the training regime when all the gyms were closed and everything was closed?
Yeah. Yeah, just first of all, I would just like to say thank you to Mr. Param sir for, giving us this great opportunity. The first ever female belt fight. It's a very big thing for all of us, all the boxers, not just me and Suman, but for every boxer. So I would just like to say thank you, Param sir, for this great opportunity to show our skills. And I am really fortunate enough. And secondly, we never knew that this pandemic situation will occur, again in India. And yeah, I mean, not just me, but every boxers was, facing problems because of this thing which happened. Even last year I really suffered, but this time, I made sure that I'm gonna have my belt fight. It's very important for me to get myself trained. I made sure that I'm in shape. I made sure that my diet has been, followed properly. I maintain my weight, and I do my training every day. So, yeah, so I was saying that, I don't take it to my mind that there's someone, tougher opponent for me to fight. I take it easy because it helps me to work better in training. I keep myself focused. I have just thought one thing in my mind, that this time I'm gonna fight different from the other fights I've fought. There's gonna be different this time. Uh, so yeah, this is the
Does that
only
mean
thing which I have special.
does that mean you're going to hunt for a knockout? Like you're aiming for a knockout maybe in the early rounds, or what's your plan? Like can you please tell us about it?
Um, Actually, you know what? I feel that even if I give a knockout, that's gonna be the best. But even if it's a, you know, decision win, I'll be happy with that.
So obviously, Suman Kumari is a tough opponent. You're a tough fighter. It's an evenly matched fight, and there's WBC belt at stake. So obviously, that puts this fight on a global spectrum because WBC is associated with it, and on winning the fight, you would be holding the title. So
Yeah.
where does it go from here? Once you win the title, whom do you want to fight next, or do you want to give Suman Kumari a rematch? So have you thought about it?
Um, I just want to make it simple. I just want a rematch. If I win this belt fight, definitely go for a rematch with my opponent Geeta Solanki.
Okay. So
Yeah.
that's the fight. You have already sent a message, and right now you're already like, whenever we look at your social media, we see you training always, training hard, and you have been in shape as you have updated. So a few days back, you had a conversation with four division world champion Leo Santa Cruz. So that was one big
Yes.
moment for you. So can you share that experience with us, or what did you learn from him?
Yeah, sure. First of all, I was so happy and fortunate enough to, get a little bit of conversation with our world champion, Leo Santa Cruz sir. He is a very humble, very down to earth person, I must say, very sweet and very supportive, I must say. He even, called me there in USA. He said that, you can come here and we can get you self trained and give you training. I want you to become a better boxer. And he congratulated me for this belt fight. He said, you definitely have to win this fight. Okay. Wish you all the very best. So, and he was talking about, about boxing, related to boxing, how he came into boxing, all those stuffs. So, altogether, I got to know him more as a person. He's very good. not just a boxer, but as a human being, he was very good. And I was wanting to even tell you guys that there are many other fighters who are really good. I talk to them through video call. I have my coach over there. His name is Gilbert Neves. He's a cut man actually, and he's a very professional. At his time, he was a very good boxer, and now he's a cut man. He's my coach over there. So I talk to him through video call. He teaches me some new professional stuffs, from the young boxers over there. There are a lot many new things which he tells me about, and I get to know a lot of things. I have my friends over there, Kasuma and Anthony. They send me their sparring videos, their day-to-day training videos. So I have a very good connection with those people, and soon, if this I win this belt fight, we are really planning a big thing together. I go there, and there's a lot of things, opportunities will come to me. So yeah, so we had a great conversation with sir, and I mostly have with everyone over there. It's a good connection I have over there.
So it looks like you obviously have a bright future. Like even if you look back at few years, boxing was really not considered to be a sport that we can look up at. Obviously, we had Vijender Singh, we had Mary
Yeah.
Kom, but really,
Yes.
when we look at the bigger spectrum, boxing was really not growing in India. But the scenario has definitely
Yeah.
changed right now. Just the way we look at your fight, you're going to be overlooked by Bob Arum, some of the biggest names in the boxing history. So they're going to look after
Yes.
your fight.
Yes.
Mauricio Suleiman, the WBC president. So, do you feel that Indian
Yeah.
boxing has definitely got into a right path, or do you still feel that there are certain changes that has to be made?
um I must say that it has really improved. I mean, I never thought that we'll have this belt fight ever in India, that too in a female lightweight category. I thought maybe we'll have it in men's category, but not female. It's a very big opportunity for the female fighters, all the youngsters out there. When they're gonna see both of us fighting for the belt, I'm damn sure that they're gonna be very much inspired from us, Suman and me. And that's what we want. We want that we guys should inspire all the people, not just in boxing but everywhere, in every sport. And they should get that opportunity, because I know Indians are very hardworking, you know but they don't get that platform to show their talent. But it's very important for us people, to give them, and that's what we have got, and we are lucky enough. So I want to make the full use of it. I want to give a very good fight with my opponent. And I want to inspire everyone, and I really think that it has really improved. So not just women, but I feel even in men, you know it's gonna be much more better now. After this fight, I feel that there are gonna be more opportunities for all the boxers in India. Yeah.
Obviously, like the new generation, the younger generation, they can look at you, they can
Yes.
look at all the boxers and take inspiration. So, growing up, who did
Exactly.
you take inspiration from? Like, obviously, you always had a role model. So, who are the boxers that really inspired you when you were growing up, or when you didn't think that you would become a boxer, professional boxer, fighting for the belt one day?
um you know to be honest, when I didn't know boxing, anything about boxing, I it's kind of a funny story, but like, I was into athletics. I was from the starting, I was really much keen in sports, all the sports activities. I used to love playing sports. But that time I was in athletics. But the moment I saw this movie called Mary Com, I got really much inspired by ma'am. I got so motivated by her story. My mom, especially, she was just next to me sitting. We were in the movie hall, and the moment, the movie was over, and she told me that, Chani, would you can you become a boxer? I mean, I know you are really strong, and I know that you have that thing in you. I used to do karate even that time. I have participated in many of the events. I have even represented in international level in karate, but that time we did not have Olympics in karate. So I was really thinking of a good sport for myself, something that shows girl power, something tough for me. So my mom, just gave me this idea of coming into boxing, and I was like, yes, hell yes, I want to really come into this sport and learn boxing. So after I got inspired by Mary Kom ma'am, she was my first idol, and then I went through it, and then I got to know a lot of great boxers. My all-time favorite is Muhammad Ali sir. I love his style. I love the way how he carries himself inside the ring. His favorite quote is float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. I'm a diehard fan of his. So I read his biography, and I love the way how he fights. And there are many other female fighters as well. I love looking at them, like Cobra. She is a very, very good fighter from USA, and Senesa Estrada. There are many other boxers, but mostly I got inspired by Ma'am Maricom, and then Muhammad Ali sir. He's my favorite.
So going back to the event, this is the first WBC India Championship. So Mr. Param has brought this in India, big platform. So how did this
Yes.
opportunity come in front of you? How did, because if we look back at when Maricom released, it isn't really a long time, and you have found success within a very short span. You already have 7 big wins under your name. You're already going to fight for the belt. So in a very short span, you've really made a big name for yourself, and you have really allured a lot of fans. So just tell us, how did this opportunity come in front of you? How did Mr. Param approach to you, and what was your first reaction when you got to know that you're going to be fighting for the WBC belt?
Actually, you know what? First of all, I just thought that I've got seven to record, so I must go for one more fight. And no, that time I had 7-1. So Param sir, he said that he's gonna soon he's gonna have a show. And like, I was very much excited because I know Param sir from long time, even my mom. And I was happy that finally sir is going to organize a show, and I'll definitely fight in his show. So that's how we contacted. uh, I started training in Delhi. That time I was training under Hayatullah sir. He's an awesome coach. And Param sir was also there. So that's how we met, and we discussed about the fight. I'm gonna fight this time. But this was a big surprise when I know I was introduced by this WPC belt fight. All of a sudden, sir sends me this photo, this poster of ours with that belt. First of all, I just saw it randomly, and I was like, okay, we gonna have this poster, me here and Suman Kumari over here. Okay, but then my main focus went to that belt, and I was like, oh, is this the belt which I was like, from the starting when I
Yeah,
started boxing, I was looking at it, many fighters winning that, having that belt.
yeah, it's like a dream for boxers.
It was like I was out of my mind that time. I was like so happy, but then I thought, is it really true or is just kept like that? Then I just immediately called sir at that very moment, and I said, "Sir, are we gonna have the belt fight? That WBC belt fight?" He said, "Yes, you're gonna have that." I was like, "Oh my god." I mean, I couldn't believe at all. It was a big surprise for me and for my parents, for my mom especially. It's a dream for her, that I win that belt, and finally that thing is there in front of me. And it's amazing. It's an amazing feeling. I still get those goosebumps, whenever I think about it. Imagine myself. So
Like,
it was all a sudden thing which has happened. Sir gave a very good surprise to us, and we're gonna fight for it
obviously,
hard.
if you win this fight, it's going to be the biggest win of your career. But you already have 7 big wins under your name, and those wins were really great. You outworked your opponents and you really claimed them rightly. So can you please reflect to some of the biggest wins that you had, like really tough fought wins, or you felt that maybe I am going to lose this fight, but you still came back and have those 7 wins. So just tell us about some of the wins that really inspired you from your own journey.
Um, I never felt any person tough in my, whatever I won the fights. I never thought that they are tougher, uh, hard for me to fight with them. I always took them equal to me. I said that I am the best, and that's what I do all the time. Because if I think that they are tough, then I lose my self confidence. So it all the fights which I had, it was a great experience for me, I must say, because uh, I have played many amateur fights, but profession is very different from amateur fight. You gotta have a lot of stamina. You gotta have that consistency of that fight. You can't just loosen up yourself. You have to go with the flow and be more focused, because they are not so much stoppage in between. In amateur, they stop you a lot, but in professional, they just let you keep on going until unless you get a good knockout, a good blow on your face. So it's a lot of thing which I got good experience. And every fight was good for me. I never thought that any fight is tough for me. It was all the fights were good experience. So yeah.
So, as you have just recently said, that professional boxing is absolutely the toughest and it's way different from amateur boxing. But when you look at the global spectrum
Yeah.
of the sport today, we see a lot of YouTubers or a lot of celebrities crossing over to the sport. Like recently, we saw Logan Paul fight Floyd Mayweather, one of the best boxers.
Yeah, yeah.
His brother Jake
Yes.
Paul is going to face Tyron Woodley, a 5-time UFC champion inside the ring. So, and there has been mixed emotions about these new trend of YouTube boxing. Some of the boxers like Canelo Alvarez, they have really ridiculed the idea. They have said that they're actually these YouTubers are taking the glory from the sport and it's not right. But at the same time, there has been some boxers like Mike Tyson who have said that if it brings attention to the sport, it's absolutely fine. So which side you're on? Like, do you feel that it's right for the sport, or do you feel that YouTube boxing should be stopped?
um I don't want to comment much, but they are very good. Everyone is right at their own way. I feel that boxing should be taken seriously. It's not a joke. I mean, especially professional boxing. If you're into profession and you're called as professional, you should be a profession and play like a professional. Don't make it a joke. I would say that. If any of the people are trying to say that if you're gonna play for money, that's not right. You play it for yourself. You play it for the respect of the sport, and that's how it should be. um, I never would want that boxing should go below the level. It should go up. Everybody, I want that everyone in the young generation should come into boxing, because it's a lovely sport. We are no one here to injure anyone. It's nothing like that. We are here to play the sport, you know win by our hard work, with all our dedication, sincerity, not just for the money's sake. We are playing it for by our heart. That's how it should be. uh, like like I take my example. I never It's been like, to be honest, I've played 7 fights. 7-2 is my record, and I've never got anything from it. Never. I played it for my own, my I love to play boxing. I love it from my all my heart. Nothing. I don't want anything back from it. And I get that's something else, but even if I don't get, I'm happy with that. So that's how it should be. You should never make it a joke. It's a serious thing. That's what I want to say.
Like, it has been a great journey for you, and it's great to know that you take boxing so passionately. India is fortunate to have such great boxers like you. But when you look at your social media, you're just like it's not about boxing. You're quite active. Like you love to post about your lifestyle. You love to post about your like, and you're quite a good dancer. So if not a boxer, what would you have loved to be in your life?
I would want to become I would go into film industry if I have not become a boxer, because as I love uh, dancing, I love to sing, I love to act, you know, I love modeling. So I would basically I would have become a Bollywood actress. I would love to go into film industry. That's the thing for me. Yeah.
Obviously, if you win this fight, like if you become the first woman to have the WBC India Championship, obviously it would call for a movie, like definitely. Like right now, we have seen so many movies made on so many boxers, so many athletes, and if you become the WBC India Championship title holder, obviously, maybe not now, maybe 5 years down the line, we can expect a biopic on you, maybe. So, who do you love to see in your biopic as the lead?
I would love to see Priyanka Chopra. She is amazing. I just love the way how she's. I mean, she's all rounder. She's so good. She actually played the role of Mary Kom ma'am, and that was the time when I got inspired. I even want that she should play my role. It would be so good. I admire her so much.
We would like to wish you all the best for your upcoming fight, WBC India Championship fight. It's going to be a big fight for you, and obviously you have been training hard, and fans are excited to see you. So, anything you would want to say to the fans that are supporting you?
Yeah, I would just say that thank you so much, guys, for always being there for me in my hard times. In my, when I need your support, you're always there. So just keep loving, keep supporting. I need your blessings. I need your good wishes all the time, and I'll make sure that I always make you guys proud of myself. I'm working hard, and I'll always work hard, and I'll make you guys proud no matter what. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for joining with us once again, Chandni Mehra. We wish you all the best. Hope we would reconnect soon.
Thank you.
And
Thank you
that's
so
all for
much.
today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. So,
Thank
wish you
you,
all.
guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me, Raj. Thank you. You've been really nice.